What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim at Full Grip Games. Going to be playing some games on PTCGO today with Jose Marrero's Guatemala Special Event winning Vikavolt's Rayquaza deck. So very cool list he's got here. I guess first I have to build it because the other day on PTCGO I deleted it because I was not pleased with the results. But we're going to give it another go. So here we go. Copied it off Limitless TCG. We're going to give Jose's deck a second chance. Very cool deck. The best thing about it, in my opinion, is that it's got a very favorable matchup against Zoro control. So if you're worried about Zoroark control decks at all, you should do pretty well against them here. And then you even have a pretty decent job against the Regigigas stall decks as well, because you could just flood the field with pretty much infinite energy. You have free retreat because of Zeraora-GX's Thunderclap Zone, the anchor guy. Yep, the Dhelmise allows you to knock out Hoopas efficiently as well and pivot back and forth. So very cool deck for sure. It's got a lot of positive matchups when you look at the top end of the meta. So if you can dodge some decks like Zapdos or maybe a quick Pikarom list, then you could actually do pretty well with this. Another thing that I think the deck struggles with is Let Loose Marshadow. That is a pain for the deck to deal with. A lot of times you want to Tempest GX into your Vikavolt hand in order to set up Vikavolt, but that can quickly be dismantled by a Let Loose Marshadow. So some hurdles for this deck to jump over, but if you can jump over them, the deck has a very, very strong top-end matchup spread. Also want to take a quick moment to shout out, we had Bastian Silva won a special event in Peru with Pika Pads. So that was awesome to see. So big shout out to Bastian for taking it home with Pika Pads there. That was awesome stuff. Over 50 Masters players in attendance there. Looks like we're playing against Ultra Necrozma. I've been seeing a lot of this deck crop up on PTCGO lately, and I have been seeing less and less Zapdos decks. So very interesting to see that shift in the meta. I think Lightning decks have been kind of turning more towards Pikarom and away from Zapdos in recent weeks. And then with the rise of Pikarom, we do have an increased showing of decks that can one-hit KO Pikaroms like Ultra Malamar and things like that. And of course, Vikaray too. I have seen a few Vikarays here on PTCGO lately. Really excited about the new set Unbroken Bonds coming out. I'm going to be showcasing some deck lists from Unbroken Bonds in the upcoming weeks, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Also, Full Grip Games is going to be doing pre-orders for singles from Unbroken Bonds in the upcoming week as well. They should be up in the next couple of days, so I'll be tweeting out the links to that on my Twitter at enjoyfriend, ENJOY friend, when those pre-orders for the singles go live. Should happen sometime either today or tomorrow. My opponent's fully set up here. They've got themselves a Marshadow-GX on the bench as well. I actually got let loose into a decent enough hand, so we're going to go ahead and kind of dismantle that skateboard there. That's nice. I will Mysterious Treasure away the grass, and what I want to happen is, let's see, my Lele is actually in the active, so we're going to have to hit a supporter here off of this let loose. That, or actually I just go for the Rayquaza-GX. Nope, we actually got to get the let loose because I want to get the Rayquaza on the bench so that I can get the grass onto it from the discard pile, and then Tempest GX. I also want to find myself a Grubbin. It's a lot to ask, but if we hit a Lillie here, which we didn't, right, we got pretty much nothing. So unfortunate draws here. I think that we're pretty much in a scenario where we just have to hope for the best and pass. That's not where I want to be, but it's where we ended up. So I'm just going to retreat into these Marshadow here, and we're just going to bench the Dhelmise as well in case I need to maybe promote something to try and buy myself a turn and hope for a decent enough top deck. We're also going to hope that maybe the Lysandre Labs is enough to disrupt my opponent's Jirachi so that maybe they can't switch into an attacker on this upcoming turn. The more I play, Rayquaza Vikavolt, though, just still is not quite doing it for me. I said I deleted it on PTCGO the other day. That's something I've been doing for decks that, I don't know, just aren't working for me. We'll just delete them on stream. I have a new emote on Twitch as well with the trash can from PTCGO. So when, me and the chat are feeling it, we will exile a deck and give it the old deletion treatment. So this is kind of par for the course for how I've been setting up with Vikavolt lately, and this is kind of why I gave the deck the delete the other day on PTCGO. But I do know that it does have some powerful matchups. It does have some good matchups, right? Zoro control is very good, and the stall is very good as well. And when it does get up and rolling, it just does still create those board positions that just cannot be beaten. I just think that this card right here, way too much of a problem for this deck to kind of be in a healthy space right now. I took a look at Bash and Silva's Pika Pads list. It's a few cards off mine, and I like some of the changes that he made. I don't mind them at all. I was taking a look. It looks like he added a Volkner in. He's only playing one Erica's Hospitality, so going from 2 Ericas to one Volkner, 1 Erica is totally cool. Cut an order pad for a field blower, and I don't mind that either. I think that that's super valid because the field blower can be very good against Zoro control decks, so not a bad inclusion either. Other than that, the list looks pretty much card for card, the one that I top 8'd with, so some nice updates to Pika Pads there from Bash and Silva to take down that special event. All right, folks. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to be doing it this time. So we got our thing, the Grubbin there, knocked out. We're going to give it another roll here, see if maybe we could set up a little bit quicker this time. Maybe not get let loose. That'd be just fantastic. Maybe we could show off what this deck can really do. I think even against a deck like Pikachu Zekrom Tag Team GX, you can even still hold your own against that deck. I mean, taking 3 prizes for just a 2-prize attacker on your side is not bad. And then obviously if you could trade like a Shaymin Prism Star into a Pikachu Zekrom Tag Team GX, you're doing amazingly. I guess your biggest hope is that they don't actually get anything going on the first or second turn, and then you can kind of ramp up your board position and create this board position where you just don't lose, right? That's kind of the hope of the deck. It's looking like we might just be going to game 3 here, folks. This is not a good-looking hand, but you know how it is. I don't really edit these, but you guys get to see the real, you know? Like, I'm not gonna play you guys and let you guys see, like, just the 1 game out of 5 that the deck works. Like, you guys are getting the real here. So, if we got to, concede another game and get it rocking here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. We're on the board, folks. We got an Ultra Ball. Very, very good. So we can discard probably, the grass and the lightning seems fine. I guess the Tapu Koko Prism Star can accelerate 2 lightning into play. Sure. I think that I want to just start out, with the Tapu Lele. It's fair enough. And I'm just going to go for a turn 1 Cynthia, I believe. I mean, I could Lillie for, I guess if I attach the lightning energy somewhere, there's just nowhere good to attach it. I could attach it to the Tapu Lele, which is probably fine, and go for Lillie. And I'm still drawing 6 cards, so that's not bad. I think we probably go for that. It's fair enough. I do need to find myself a nest ball, something of the sort. So we're hoping that we draw into a card that will allow us to search that out. That'd just be great. And we'll Lillie for 6. See who we get. Got a couple of Ultra Balls. So that'll do. This allows me to really burn my hand down and kind of go for the Tempest GX if I want to. So let's see what we got. I can Ultra Ball away the Vikavolt and the Grass Energy, I suppose, and get myself, a Grubbin. Do need a Grubbin, and then I guess I can burn this whole hand down, I suppose, and just go for Tempest. I think that's probably fine. Yep, I like it. So, let's get a Grubbin. The free retreat on the Shaymin Prism Star is phenomenal. We could just Ultra Ball away these 2 lightnings and check this play out. Actually dig it. It's pretty cool. We'll go for the Rayquaza here. And just getting this thing onto the bench is going to be phenomenal. And then I can Rescue Stretcher the Vikavolt back into the deck, put all the excess energies back into the deck as well with the Energy Recycler. It's totally fine. Actually hit a bunch of Pokemon there that we could just toss back into the deck with the Rescue Stretcher. So this is the kind of turn 1 that you want from this deck, right? Like, this is phenomenal. Bound as good as it gets. Then we're going to Dance of the Ancients here and just put lightning energies onto our Tapu Lele and our Rayquaza, and we almost got like a turn 1 attack there. It's kind of crazy, but not quite. We'll Energy Recycler, toss the other energies back into the deck, and then retreat in Tempest GX. So really explosive turn 1 here. We should be squared away to get a turn 2 Vikavolt, so long as my opponent doesn't do anything that rhymes with, I was going to think of something crafty there, but let loose, all right? Doesn't actually, so long as they don't let loose me, we should be okay and ready to get rolling here. So if that's turn 1, we got 4 energy in play on turn 1. We could easily get a few more energy in play on turn 2, like we could use Vikavolt Strong Charge 2 energy into play that way. And attach for turn, we got a Mysterious Treasure. We can get a Rayquaza down too. There are just like a bunch of different ways to get energy into play. But it looks like we are playing against Zapdos. This is just really tough, and we get judged. So, like I said, this is the weakness of the deck right there. We had our crazy turn, and we just got judged. So, we're also getting hit with the Zapdos here really hard on turn 2. It's looking like he's doing at least 210 damage. And he has Tapu Koko GX in the deck, so we do have to worry about that as well. And 2 Electro Powers with the Shrine. He's going to be hitting 150 damage total there. I only have a couple ticks left of Shrine to live here. I could Tapu Lele for the Volkner. I don't think that's necessarily worth it because I do just have an attack here with my Rayquaza, so I'm just going to attach and Cynthia, hoping that we hit the Vikavolt off of it, and sure enough we do. So that's great. We were able to kind of withstand the let loose there, and I'll Strong Charge, make sure I get a Grass energy onto the Shaymin Prism Star, and then a Lightning energy, I guess, onto like Tapu Lele. Kind of feels bad, but there's not really too many other great places to put it. And we'll Dragon Break. So turn 2 Dragon Break for 210. I mean, can't complain about that, but we do have to worry about the fact that our Rayquaza is melting in front of our eyes. We also have 7 energy in play, meaning that my opponent can go Tapu Koko GX and just kind of wipe out any of my dudes here. And then my Vikavolt is not even perfectly safe either, because if my opponent decides to knock out my Vikavolt, the Rayquaza is going to be going down here shortly, and then I'm just going to be left with like some energy on my Lele and my Shaymin Prism Star. So not fantastic. We can kind of expect here to have my opponent just kind of bop my Rayquaza, take their 2 prizes, and skip ahead in the trade. Kind of an interesting engine they got going on with the Pidgeotto and the Magcargo. Not something that I've seen before, but Oranguru and Magcargo is an engine that we see a lot of success in the Buzzwole Garb Shrine deck, so it could be a thing that we see here. And sure enough, they decide to knock out the Shaymin Prism Star. I like that. They're kind of going up an extra prize there. And they realize that the Rayquaza is going to end up just getting knocked out from Shrine. So they're kind of taking advantage of all their damage output there and allocating it onto the Shaymin Prism Star. And that's very unfortunate for me. So we'll go in here and just use Stormy Winds, discard some cards. Yup, get some energy into play. It's cool. We'll grab that Grass energy there, attach the Lightning. And then I think we are just looking to knock out the active. I need to draw as many cards as I can. So we're just going to Strong Charge. I think I just have Grass left, so that's fine. I'm going to be looking to maybe get some of those Lightning energies back into the deck. so that I can strong charge them. Sure enough, we save the Ray. That's very good. So that is exactly what I needed. Unfortunately, I can't really, and I guess I can retreat the Rayquaza and pivot to a fresh Rayquaza. Kind of doesn't feel bad, but I do have 180 damage built up in play. That's probably fine. Make it a little bit more difficult for my opponent to knock me out. That being said, if they go and do something crazy like maybe Tapu Koko GX this turn, I would feel really bad. So we're going to leave the damaged one in the active and just hope that this was enough to kind of swing ahead and take the lead in this match. If they do lay down a Shrine, that's fine. They might not actually get an attack going this turn. They seem to kind of be drawing awkwardly. So we're going to hope that that is the case. They've already used their Koko Prism Star as well, so I know that they're kind of locked at 2 Lightning Energy this turn. And they have to Ultra Ball their whole hand away. So they're either going for like a Let Loose Marshadow or I'm guessing, a Tapu Lele. I don't think they play Tapu Lele-GX though, so maybe a Magcargo even, just to stack their deck with a better supporter for next turn and let my Rayquaza-GX get KO'd by Shrine. Either way, I think that they're in a extremely compromising situation because they don't actually have a significant board setup. I think the Pidgeotto Magcargo engine for Zapdos is unfortunately just a little bit too clunky. You're definitely much better off playing Jirachi, who is a little bit lower maintenance and just easier to get going. Rayquaza is able to take advantage of these kind of inconsistencies that they got going on over there, but we see that they are still winning, right? I mean, it's definitely sketch. They're still able to kind of take the lead here. See, we got Lysandre Labs, so that's good. I do have Mysterious Treasure, though I'm not necessarily looking to let loose them. 2, 4, 6, 8. I mean, I could knock that dude out with Tapu Lele. I don't actually have a free retreater right now, so that's kind of funky. I do have a second Vikavolt, which is cool. I can now get like as much energy as I want to play, and I think honestly we are kind of just chilling here with this hand. I mean, I could get a second Rayquaza, and I know I'm low on resources now though, so we're just going to Dragon Break here and hope that they can't really get an attacker into the active position. That Zeraora really helps. I definitely need that. The Thunderclap zone has been missed, not having the free retreat. It's definitely a bummer. I didn't bother strong charging last turn because I now only have like maybe 1 or 2 energy left in deck, and I'm not really interested in putting that energy anywhere other than potentially a Rayquaza-GX. So I'm kind of saving that energy for in case I can get another Ray going to maybe finish off this game. They were able to draw everything they needed off of that supporter for turn to get an attack with Zapdos, which is good for them. It's exactly what they needed. So we've got Dhelmise, though. That's fantastic news for us. I think I am more or less out of energy, as I said, though. So I think strong charge. I got 2 grass left in deck. So we'll put 1 there on the Dhelmise, looking like that's probably where we're headed here eventually. And I could Giga Drain. It's not really going to cut it. I think that we're just going for. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate, and the Dhelmise might not actually be a great place to go. Think we knock out the Zapdos. Hope they don't actually have anything anywhere to go from there, and then maybe attack with Dhelmise next turn. It's kind of what we're looking at here, so that's fine. And I'm not really interested in Guzmaing anything because then I keep the Zapdos alive. So we're just going to knock out the Zapdos here and hope that their 2-card hand combined with Magcargo is not enough to actually net them another attack. Without Shrine in play, 80 damage isn't even going to be enough to knock out the Rayquaza. They do need an Electro Power and a Zapdos. And with the 1 Lightning here, like I said, I think they're probably going to be a little bit short of being able to use Tapu Koko GX unless they can get a Thunder Mountain Prism Star into play. And they also are going to want a Pidgeotto. I think that, we're seeing here just the inconsistency of having 2 stage 1s as your Draw support is just too much to rely on and can be dismantled a little bit too easily. They were able to stack their deck in Lillie, though, so that's really good. They're going to get Pidgeotto now, so they can airmail. Look at the top 2 cards of the deck. Put 1 into the hand, right? 1 on the bottom of the deck. So they get to Judge Whistle, too. Wow. Kind of a crazy list we got going on here. Definitely interesting. And if our race deck loses, man, I'm going to be feeling super bad. Sure enough, there's Zapdos. Okay, they got it. Switch and Electro Power. They have everything. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be feeling pretty bad if they do. But they're 10 damage short. So we are cool here for the time being, and I do have Energy Recycler as well, so we could shuffle some energy back into the deck, and I can get a full strong charge this turn. I'm thinking, yeah, it's actually kind of weird that the energy's on the Dhelmise. It would be better off being a Rayquaza right now. I think that, yes, they could stack their deck with this. They're going to need Shrine and a way to knock out the active. So I think, honestly, we are just best off putting this energy onto literally anything just so that I could take a final knockout. We'll put the grass onto the Dhelmise and the lightning onto Zeraora. Sure. And then at this rate, I just drag a break because that way if they put Shrine into play to knock out my Rayquaza-GX, we can back it up with a knockout on Guzma, like whatever they have. We don't want to ever put this Rayquaza onto the bench because that way it gives them a win condition. If they can, like Guzma, take a knockout on any of my guys on the bench and get the Shrine, that's like their win condition right now to take 3 prizes. I'm imagining with a 4-card hand and no attacker in play, that's going to be pretty difficult for them to do. So I don't think that they can actually pull that off, and that's just going to leave us with the narrow win here, and thankfully we were just able to exploit some of the kind of clunkiness of this draw engine. Very cool though, definitely very cool, but like I said, Jirachi probably just like snappier, more responsive, a little bit quicker, even though the Pidgeotto Magcargo does in an ideal world get you exactly what you want every turn. I think that maybe a Rangaroo would probably just be a little bit more reliable for Magcargo in the long run. Maybe this is a draw engine that we end up seeing once the format slows down a little bit. But as it is right now, the format is just so blazing fast that setting up multiple stage 1 in order to ensure that you get what you want every single turn is not the most realistic strategy in the world. So they're going to use Smooth over here and probably try to stack something on top of their deck. They're going to need to get that Guzma Dream Play off, but I got Lysandre Labs. They can't use Choice Band. I think Lele, has 130 hit points left? Yeah, so does Dhelmise. So those are the 2 weakest targets. That's going to take at least double Electro Power and a Guzma and a Shrine in order to win. As Professor Kukui being their supporter for turn, we know that it's, they cannot Guzma now, so we're not in any fear of losing the game. That certainly is scary. They could do that. I think that Zeraora has the most amount of hit points. We got to go with that. If my opponent gets... No way. If they have everything here, I am going to be... they don't. Okay. I was going to say, I would be absolutely floored if they have like Tapu Koko GX, Thunder Mountain, and then go for game. But anyways, that's it. Jose Marrero's special event winning Vikavolt Rayquaza deck. Definitely commend Jose for sticking to this deck. He played it at Denver as well and ended up in day 2. So very, very cool to see someone still repping the Vikaray deck. Very unique list as well. So definitely check it out. If this is your style, you're into it, go ahead and give this list a try. Very, very fun deck to play and powerful. And like I said, has fantastic Zoroark matchups as well as Stall matchups. You do well against both those with Dhelmise and Shaymin Prism Star. You have some great attacking options against Stall and Tapu Koko Prism Star. You have some amazing attacking options for Stall. The Marshadow-GX, great for hitting for weakness against your bigger Pikarom decks as well. And yeah, all in all, very cool deck. And then also shout out to Bastion Silva for winning the special event with Pika Pads. Awesome stuff. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell. Check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I'm streaming 5 days a week, every week. Also, big shout out to my Blastoise tier Patreon sub, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Awesome stuff. And everybody who supports me on Twitch, Patreon, you guys rock. Take it easy. Have a great day. Peace. For generations, mankind has wondered what to do with unwanted Pokemon bulk. Finally, Full Grip Games has the answer. For just 3,000 bulk, Full Grip will send you a brand new booster box. Head on over to fullgripgames.com to find out how.